The chairman of Trumpet of Patriots, Clive Palmer, is on the line, I've just been told. Let's go to him right now. Clive, welcome to 2SM and the Super Radio Network.
Thanks, Chris. It's good to hear your great voice.
It's good to have you on the program. The Trumpet of Patriots. Wouldn't it have been great if you could call it MAGA?
Well, you've got your pronunciation has to be right. It's Trumpet of Patriots, right? It's just like Mrs. Bucket on the movie. She says bouquet.
Right.
Now, so it's the Trumpet of Patriots.
All right. Trumpet of Patriots.
Yeah.
You're not running yourself.
We've got policies just the same as Donald Trump has in America, most of them, and we believe there's so much waste in this country. He saved Elon Musk, saved $4 trillion already, and we need to do the same thing and hold the public servants accountable. There's 60,000 consultants that you're paying as a taxpayer, not the public servants' wage, but 3 times. And do you know that 45% of them were public servants?
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
You could get Elon Musk out here to do the work for you.
Well, I'll sharpen my pencil, mate. I'm in order. I'm not standing for Parliament. I've got plenty of time in retirement, but we need to get this country back together. $600 million up to PNG, like you say, for the football team.
Oh.
But we've got 3,700,000 homes in this country that are having trouble with food. Ask the chairman of Food Bank.
I'm so glad that you're wiping out this woke rubbish over transgenders, like the men and boys in...
Two genders in Australia, mate, men and women.
Yeah.
Last time I looked, I'm a man.
Yeah.
I'm a man. I'm happy to be a man. I don't want to be a woman. I don't want to go in female boxing events. I don't want to tell the kids at school to change whatever they are. I want them to grow up in peace and security so that when they're adults, they can decide. I don't want to have tragedies in this country.
Absolutely. What about Trump himself? I wonder what he thinks of your new party.
Well, he'll find it as a compliment, I think. We've had some of his people out recently to discuss things and see and change notes. He'll find it as a positive. Remember, Palmer United in 2013, we gave the thumbs up to everyone. It was good to see Trump did the same thing in 2016.
Yeah.
What we want is common sense policies in this country, just the normal common sense sort of things. We don't want to waste our time. And we got to have a look at how can we, the government has claimed for 20 years that our economy gets better every year, but our people get poorer and poorer. How does that happen? Because they rely on the wealth that our immigrants bring in. This year it's 1 million people, and, there's so many people in this country, the congestion on the roads, our hospitals, our schools,
Yep.
The whole country's breaking down, mate. We've got to do something to make this country great again. And you know what? We've got just the person to do it. Sue Ellen Wrightson, she's our leader. She's standing in the House of Representatives in the Hunter, and she's got guts, 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 guts. You don't need to drill, baby. You've got her, and she can stand up for Australia and stand up for you.
What are you going to take to the election over the cost of energy? What are you going to take? Will you take nuclear to the election?
Well, we need to have the cheapest form and most efficient form of energy in Australia. I can tell you it's not renewables, mate. I can tell you that for sure.
Yeah.
We've got uranium, we've got coal, we've got all the minerals, but we export them offshore. Why don't we manufacture in this country and get jobs for Australians?
Yeah.
Why don't we export them at a much higher rate? Give a greater return to our country. Remember, I'm sick of being told and welcome to my own bloody country. Everywhere I go, on Qantas, everywhere, they say, welcome to the country and welcome to some silly old name for Sydney that I've never heard of. And then they say I've got to respect people I don't know. I respect all the people in this country that have made it great what it is in our history. We've had people from all over the world, from Italy, from France, from Germany, from China, from Japan, from South America, from the United States. Do we wipe all those people? All Australians need to realise this is our country and we've got to make it great again.
Now, the way I work it out is we're going to have an election called in about 2 weeks' time for April 12. That's not long to get all the candidates you need in a row and all your core flutes printed out.
Well, oddly enough, there's this political party called the United Australia Party, which I used to be a member of, and they've got 78 or nearly 100 people that want to stand in seats. And, I think they're all going to resign very quickly and join our party, and they'll all want to stand for seats, so there'll be great competition. I'm sure that can be done very, very quickly.
Good point.
And we've done some polls. The results will soon be released on what sort of policies Australians want, and you'll find, I'll tell you a secret, first on your radio station, they all want Trump policies. They all want change. They all know the uniparty's over. When I was in Parliament, Liberals, Labor, they went out together. for picnics every weekend. They went to dinner. They said, "You scratch my back, mate, I'll scratch yours." "Oh, I'm going to scratch it. Don't worry about that." We've got to change all this rubbish and get back to common sense policies. We need a common sense person to do that. And Sue Ellen Wrightson is magnificent. She's another Tulsi Gabbard. She's just fantastic.
Tulsi Gabbard. Now, there's a quality candidate, all right. Having said all of that, you must be excited to be back into the fray, the political fray again, although you're not a great fan of Canberra, are you?
It's very, very hard to be excited to come to Parliament House. It's like going to a funeral home, There's not much expression on the politicians down here. They all come out and say, "Well, I'll refer that to someone. I'll come back to you. We'll do something later on." They don't give you an upfront answer, so Australians don't know what to do. But they're fed up with it.
Yeah.
Your listeners are fed up with it.
Yep.
I'm fed up with it. I'm an Australian. I'm here. I'm supporting Sue Ellen. You can support Sue Ellen. You can ask her to come on your program next week. She's happy to talk to all the listeners and make sure that they know what we stand for at the election.
I'll let you go. Thank you, Clive Palmer, for making yourself available.
The Trumpeter of Patriots.
Yes,
See you later.
thank you very much. He is the trumpeter of the Trumpet of Patriots, the chairman of the new party, Clive Palmer. We started the program talking about him. We end up getting to near the end of the program with him on the program. That's the synchronicity of news, I guess. It's 11 minutes away from midday.